Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. So let's carry on with our conversion. So this is where we left off, and now we're going to put all the floor joists in. All we're going to do is just duplicate that, Shift D on the Z, let's bring it down to there, and then we just narrow it in into 0.1. Okay, then we can duplicate on the X, Shift D on the X, there we go. Let's do an array. And we want that to be a 0, and we want that on the Y. Let's just bring it across there. Maybe 8. Okay, that looks good. And then we can probably duplicate the floor there, Shift D on the Z. So that's going to be our floor, like so. So this one here, what we'll do is we'll take this one, Shift D on the Y. Whoops. We just want that, Shift D on the Y. We want to rotate on the Z by 90. Let me screencast. Boom. Okay, now we can just bring that one across to the end here. We can just make it as wide as need be. Now obviously we want to go to the top here. So what we're going to do is take it to the top, like so, and then just crank it up, just so it goes about 76. So we just need to make sure that fits right the way across there. Okay. The other end has got a lot of glass in it, so we'll just leave that one for now. This one here, actually, if we just move that one out of the way, we could actually move that here, and then like so. Let's say 14. Okay, and then we can boolean, just get a cube. So this one here will apply. We'll get a cube, and then we just need to make it like this size, same size as the doorway here. And then up to the top, not direct to the top, but up to the floor here. So what we'll do is we'll just take that back down there, go into edit, number 3 for the faces, and just bring that up. Oh, about there. That'll do. And then we to come out of edit mode, just want to go a little bit wider on the Y, just so it fits there. And there we go. So we select that, hit Boolean, select our cube, whoa, select fast. For some reason that's doesn't like that, so select fast and then apply, and then we can just move that, and then we've got our way there for the windows and that to fit in. So that is cool. Okay, now what we do, I'm going to select this, right, we're on 30.7 degrees. Okay, so if we duplicate on the Z, angle it, so rotate Y 30.7, that was a minus, and then this is going to be our roof. And then if we just go to like normal, we can just crank it up there. And then put that sort of there. Now what we can do is to get this cut, and let's just duplicate that, shift, go back to global, shift D on the X, rotate Z 180, and then we can just bring that back over. Right, what we can do is use the this one, add cube. So you see where it's got the squares, see where my cursor is. So what we can do is just go on here and it'll put a cube on here. So if we just reach to the top, come down, like that, and we can just make that bigger, because basically that's not right. Let's hit that one, go like that on there. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then we can just go into edit, hit that one there, pull that up like so, and then we can use this as a cutter. So we'll select this, let's click on apply, we need to find the Boolean again, select our cube, go to select fast, and then that should be that cut to the same as the roof. And then we'll just click on apply. So that's tickety boo. And then we can do the same. Make a cube like so. Just move it along to where we need it. Hit our end wall. Boolean, select our bit of cube there, click on fast and then apply, and then that's that done. So there's our end gable. Okay, now this end wall, all we've got to do now is put in all the, we've got to put two, so we do shift, and then we just bring that along over, rotate Z 90, well, what's going on there, rotate Z 90, and then we just make that a bit thinner. That is gonna be X, so 1.5 I think it was on the original. So then we just move that up here, and then we just want to crank up the number of pieces of wood and just bring it on G on the Y. So that fits in there, and then just duplicate Shift D on the X. So that fits over there. The wall, so we just need to make that a bit smaller so it fits here, and let's just edit, hit that face and just shove it over, and then Shift D on the X for here. So that's all good in the hood. What do we need? We need, right, so we need one of these. Shift D on the Y, just bring it on over here. Like so. This is going to form part of the frame. Just going to edit and then up like so, and then we just do the same. Shift D on the X, bring that over, and then we need to bring another one in. Shift D on the X, Shift D on the X. What we need now is just to bring that one, Shift D on the Z. On the Y, on the X is was it 180 maybe on the X? 1.8. So that can move that way a bit, and that one can move that way a bit, and then just here we will have glass. Shift A, so we just make that into a window pane. And then we can just go that whole length like so. Okay, and then Shift D on the X. So that's going to be on both sides. That needs to be moved up a bit, like on there. So does that one. Okay, so we've got our windows. We need a window piece in here, so Shift D on the X. Let's just bring that down all the way in, all the way across, like so. And then we need two here, Shift D on the Z. So these are going to be 0.8 wide. Is that right? What's this one? 1.6. Say 1.5. So that's 525x. 0.525. Just bring that there. So these are going to be the doors. Let's just make that fit in there. like so. 1.8. So 0.9. Although we've got to allow the thickness. Shift D on the X. Zero 0.8 and 0.8. Zero 0.75. There we go. So there's the doors in there. And then I think it was kind of mirrored. Shift D on the Z. And then this bit needs to go right up to the top there. So just going to edit, hit that top face, just drag it up. So with this one, what we'll do is we'll do a Control R, a loop cut in the center there, and then we'll go to number 2 to select edges, select that one, and we can just bring those down. Oh, select that one, and we can just bring those down again, like so. And then this one here, just select that end edge, again just bring it down, and the same here, edit, and bring it down, like so. So all this, and this can come forward because it needs to fit in there nicely, like that. The doors, they could probably come forward. In fact, all of it looks like it could, like so. Looks like these need to come forward a bit more. Like so. The roof, we can just hit that number 3, go back into normal, just drag that up to where it needs to be. Same with that one. Now again, we need to apply and apply. And then we need to do that, we'll do the cube on here again, like so. Just drag it across. So it's our cutting tool. Select your slats, Boolean, select your cube, apply. I'll just delete that. And do the same on this side. Do our cube. Move it across. Select that. Let's click on Boolean. Click on your cube. Click on fast. Click on apply. Job done. Obviously you can use whatever material you want on your roof. So that is that done. Let me just change. That needs to go there. That needs to go there. There we go. Okay, again you can put whatever material you want on there. Glass. transparent, and we need to do the same here. So what we need to do is just copy some of these. Obviously they're going to be a little bit too long, and then Shift D on the X. We want to rotate on the Z 90 minus, and then we just need to bring it on over and in. Oops. Zoom it on across. So here, these bits will be over here. This will be over here. And then we can just bring everything down. So that, and that. Hit the edit. Just need to hit those top ones. Bring them all down to there. We just want that one. Just want that, and just bring that down. The glass, that one and that one. Tab to edit and hit those top two faces. Just bring those down. And then we'll need to hit number 2 because we want to get that edge there and that edge there. Just bring them up to the top like so. And then we can do number 3. Get that edge, get that face, and just crank it up to the top. And then this, we just need to make it smaller, so it just fits the whole width of there, like so. Okay, and there's our doors, and then on the other side we've just got basically these and that, again, but it goes up to the top, but we've got a bar here, so Shift D on the X, rotate Z 180, just line it up in the center. Oh, we didn't bring the bar over, that's annoying. Shift D on the X, let's just pull that in like so. Let's just select all that again, get it aligned, just bring it up a bit. Okay, and then here Shift D on the X just to bring that over, and then we need to put in a bar, Shift D on the Z at the top here, because then there's going to be more, so that just splits off where the next level is. And then we just want, I think we carried those up on the other one, so we just carry on those up like so. And then what we'll do is we'll, for the benefit of the video, we'll just carry those up like so, and then we will also need to carry those on up just need to hit those top ones and bring them on up. So we've got our doors, got our windows. The original one had a chimney on the outside, so if you want to put that on you can. Now they did have, let me just find 1, 2. So also what we've got on here is some knee right. Now how I done the knee, they go come up on over and down. So what we need to do is, what I'm going to do is just pinch one of those, one of these, shift D on the Z, like so, and then what we did is we need to add in a few loop cuts. So I'm going to say, how many have I got? 11. So I'm going to put 11 in there, and then we're going to go into add modifier, and then the simple deform. Okay, and then what we want is the bend. How do we do this? Nope. So right, so we needed to Control A and then do all transforms. So you reset in all transforms. Then we do a bend on the Z. Now we need it to be 90. Okay, object set origin to geometry. Then we can rotate X 90 minus. Okay, now what we need to do is crank up that, and we need to just keep messing about until basically we're going to be about there, because we've got a bar coming across and at the T, like a T piece at the top there. So I just need that, and that. Let's just open that up a bit there, crank up the curvature to about there. Okay, and then we had a T piece, so shift D on the Z. Right, I think that comes down sort of there, and then like so, just so it's in the center there. Might just need to thin that out a bit just so it fits in like so. And then we had another piece which was shift D on the Z, rotate Y 90, and then we can just make that so it fits in the center there like so. And that's how that piece was. So now we can bring the floor back in. So now we can select that one, and that one. Shift D on the Y, so it fits in. Shift D on the Y. Okay, so then we've got all those nicely in there, and that was that. And there's our roof. So if you want to put some materials on, you can. I mean, we added in a few windows. So on these, you would just need to make sure that that is applied, and then you can select, get your cube, put one there, like so. Maybe you can make it a bit bigger, like there. So you can just select your, well, actually let's just do Shift D on the Y. Put a couple of windows in there, Shift D on the Y, maybe make that one kind of that shaped. Big ass windows, that's all I'm saying. Fit one there, let's bring those down a bit. When you think the average person probably stands about that tall. Okay, so then we can select that. Let's click on apply. Now we want to Boolean again. Select the cube. Click on apply. Select that one. Click on Boolean. Select that one. And then the same again. Okay. And then these you can just make into windows, you just make them into the frame because they're the exact size now. So you can just do that. Control A, all transforms, objects, set origin, geometry, origin to geometry, hit the tab, select faces, select the front and back face, press the inset, we're just making the window frame. Like so, and then you can right click and click bridge faces. You can, I'll tell you what you could have done, is select that face, do Shift D on the X, so that's our window pane, select that one, right click and bridge. And you've got this one, you just press P by selection, so you're separating. P by selection, tab again, and you can just click on this one. And when you want to set origin to geometry, just bring it back on in. You can make it a little bit bigger, just scale it up a bit so it fits in the frame, and then you can select both of them, whack it back in there. Got a nice cheeky little window, you can just get rid of that, and then we can just duplicate that one. Shift D on the Y, fit that in there. And then we can do the same with this. Just bring it out. And cheeky little window thickness, or window frame thickness. Like so. Control A, all transforms, objects, set origin to geometry. Face, I to inset, select this face, Shift D on the X, then you want to select that up, that one and that one, right click, bridge faces, select this one, P, select separate by selection, you can just tab out of it, select that. Object, set origin to geometry, and then we just crank it back on in there, scale it up a wee bit, select both of those, and there you've got your cheeky little window frame in there. As I say, if you want to do the glass, you can just select that, add material, New material, so we want to do a mix. We'll do glass and transparent, and then what we can do is, now we've got that one, if you go to your little world material, we can just drag that across to everything that you want as a window, as the glass material. Saves having to do that all over again. Okay, and then the same as the wood, you can just select that and put that on there. On there. You can, obviously you can have whatever colour you want. I mean, it probably would look good if it was maybe like a charcoal black. Just delete that. Yeah, that's alright. I like that. So we could do that. It's a nice sort of difference in that. And then obviously whatever colour you want to do your roof, what colour, what roofing material you want on there. So on here we're going to have a environment texture. So we're going for a symmetrical garden. So you can see the reflection in the windows, but we're going for cycles render with denoise. We don't want 1024, let's just do 10 for viewport sampling. Okay, it looks like our wooden just need to select those. G on the X, G on the X. There we go. And you can obviously add in a plane, scale it up, give it a little bit more realism. Oh, looks like those ones are as well. Oops. That one and that one. G on the X. Is that the right one? Still there on there. Oh, that's that one there. G on the X. There we go. And there you have it. And then if you want to do your sun, if you want to do your the sun where it is, shader editor for the world, we need to select on there and do Control T. Now make sure you've got preferences and make sure you've got node Wrangler ticked, otherwise you won't be able to do that. And then basically what you can do, it'd be nice if my mouse was working. Oh no, we've got the little blue swirly thing. Let's just... Oh no, it's swirling again. This is not good. Always save your work. Okay, rotation. So what do we need it on the X? No. Oh, we do need to do it on the Z. So this would be where the sun's shining. As you can see there, the shadows going round. As you can see, the rotation of the HDR. So depending on what time of day it is, I quite like that. And then obviously if you wanted, you could put lights in there. Light, I normally like to go for a point light, just to give it a little bit of inside lighting. Obviously you can crank that up. Oh no, we don't want to do that. We want to go to that one and then crank that up to 100. There we go. So we can see what's going on inside. Shift duplicate on the Z, and then we can see what's going on inside there. And then obviously you can put in your sofas, kitchens and whatever. So I hope you enjoyed the rest of this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Ta-da for now.